Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can make the most out of your Magic Mouse in OS X Lion. So I'm going to show you some of the gestures that you can do that you previously couldn't do with Snow Leopard, as well as some other hidden hints and tips that you normally wouldn't be able to do at all. So first off, for gestures, we're going to start in Safari. And first thing in Safari is scrolling. Obviously you can scroll up and down with one finger, and this isn't new to Lion, but what is new to Lion is the fact that scrolling is reversed. So what previously was up is now down. It can be a little bit confusing. I really like it personally, and I'll show you how to shut it off if you don't like it. And what you can also do is you can scroll up and down with two fingers. It doesn't work quite as well, but it is there. So if you're used to a MacBook's trackpad, and you'll probably like this more than you would like one finger because you'll be used to it. Another nice thing you can do with the Magic Mouse is scroll back and forth on web pages by using one finger. So you can see what you were previously on, and you can go back and forth without having to click the back button. And it's nice you can kind of peek at the previous web page before you decide to go back to it. Another cool thing, if you're familiar with iOS, is that you can now double tap with one finger on the Magic Mouse to zoom in on a web page. So if I just double tap here, you can see that the web page zooms in and it moves around with the content, and you can zoom in and out. Apple calls this Smart Zoom, and I'll show you how you can toggle this as well. Now another cool thing you can do is by using two fingers on the Magic Mouse, you can swipe between your desktops. So I can go back here to Safari and back to my desktop just by using two fingers back and forth. In the same way, I can access Mission Control with two fingers by just double tapping on the mouse surface, and it'll send me right into Mission Control. Now if I have multiple windows open, say in Safari, and I double tap with two fingers right on my Magic Mouse surface over the application icon, it'll show me all the open windows for just that application. And if I'm in Mission Control once again, and I have all these different windows open here, if I want to see these in a more expanded view, I can use one finger and just swipe in, and it'll show me all the open windows expanded. And I can compress them by just swiping them back out. That's really about all for Safari. The rest of what I'm going to show you happens in System Preferences. And in System Preferences, I can toggle a couple things. First, if I go into the Mouse tab, I have a whole bunch of gestures I can turn on and off. For example, the natural scrolling, which I really love. You can turn that off here. You can also turn on and off secondary click, which I can activate by clicking on the right hand side of my mouse. I can also turn on and off Smart Zoom if I wanted to, but I think that's kind of nice too. Then I can go under the More Gestures tab, and I can turn off the swiping between pages with one finger. I can also turn off swiping between your desktops with two fingers. And I can even turn off the Mission Control double tap with two fingers. And another cool thing I can do is if I go into the Universal Access pane, I can turn on and off screen zoom. So what happens here is if I go to Options, I can set a key that I want to use. In this case, it's Control. So now what I can do is if I hit the Control key on my keyboard and hold that down, I can scroll in and out with my mouse. And I don't know if this will show up on the screen recording, but it does zoom in and out of my desktop. And it works very nice, and I find it handy when I want to look at things closer. Now the last thing I'm going to show you is some secret Magic Mouse preferences you can get by going to magicprefs.com, and you can download this simple System Preferences extension. You can download it for Snow Leopard if you're still on the older version, but this video is really geared toward Lion. And what it does is it installs this little preference box in System Preferences, and when you click on it, you're going to get a plethora of tools for changing the gestures with the Magic Mouse. So here you can see under the Clicks and Taps menu, I can turn on all these different features, like 3-finger click for Spotlight, which I can do, and I could do a 4-finger click if I wanted to, a 2-finger click, all these different things. Oh, and I can also turn on taps, so basically I could use it like a trackpad and just tap the surface instead of clicking. Now I don't find that really handy just because you tend to bump the surface of the Magic Mouse and you get unexpected clicks. And I can also go onto the swipes menu and I can turn on all these different swipes. Here's a 3-finger swipe up. This one's a little bit tricky, but it lets me go into my application switcher like that. I have that turned on as well. And I can also go into the drag and pinch menu. And here I have a couple things enabled. 2-finger pinch in and 2-finger pinch out. And these let me do a screen zoom similarly. And you can see how that works. It doesn't work the best. It's a little bit hard to use. I end up kind of just scrolling out with my control zoom. Now I can also make the gesture triggering easy or hard, and I can change the tracking speed as well. Now if I had a Magic Trackpad or a MacBook Trackpad, I'd be able to unlock a lot of other features here, but you get a ton with the Magic Mouse. And a cool thing I like to do just for fun is turn on the real-time graphical display, because it shows you exactly where your fingers are on the mouse, with multiple fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, and even 5 fingers. You can see all the points on the mouse, and it'll show you as you track them around, which is pretty neat. So those are a whole bunch of other different things that you can do with your Magic Mouse by downloading Magic Prefs. So those are some ways that you can use your Magic Mouse to its full potential. And if you have any questions with Lion or iOS, feel free to send me an email and I can work on a video how-to for those. So I hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching.